Okay, I don't know if you heard. Oh, holy crap-a-noli, I'm loud. Shit, far. Save the matches. Okay, I'm playing.
Let it go, let it
Oh,
go,
stop
let
it,
go,
stop it,
let
stop it, stop it, stop it. Oh, God. Guess what, y'all? You're listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair, and I am fucking up again. Oh, I just love doing this shit. Okay. Grammy is my little banner thingy going because it's saying waiting for time. I don't I don't know. I don't know. Oh well, this is Grammy's Rocket Chair here on the last night of it being actually World Truth Radio, although I think it'll still be kind of World Truth Radio, but it won't be worldtruth.org radio because that's going bye-bye. But it is RLM Radio. It is on reallibertymedia.com channel 3, and it is on Spreaker. And let me refresh my Spreaker so I can put that over on Facebook. Holy crap-a-noli, I am just, yeah. I'm an overachiever today. I played with something. I have no idea what. And now I fucked something up, but I'm not sure what. I'll figure it out later. And yes, the F-bombs have dropped already. So, okay, let me see. Over on World Truth, is there anybody still on World Truth? Because, wow, that redirect was kind of weird for a little bit there. Let me go and see if, hi there, Bo Diddy. Hi, Pam. Hi, Mary B. How you guys doing? And Bubs Monkey and Marcos. Let's see, who else is over here? I'm thinking if I'm so concerned because I just, with Grammy, we got things transferred to where it's supposed to forward over to Freedom's Network. So we're kind of sort of waiting for that to happen. And so every time I click refresh or do something else, I'm like, am I going to go to World Truth or is it going to go to Freedom's Network? Either way is not a bad thing, but yeah. Okay, yeah, Bo Diddy, Bubs Monkey, Marcos, Mary B, and Pam Langston. Hey there, hi there, ho there, all you lovely people. I know TD Sanders is listening in as well, but she's listening in from another site. So, bless your heart, TD. How are you doing, sweetheart? And yeah, I was, okay, click the little smile icon next to the status update box. Yeah, but you're doing them in the chat thingy, Grim. And that's where I'm wanting to know where in the hell those way cool thingies are over there on Freedom. Because I see those way cool emotions over there. And it's like, damn, I'm going to have to learn how to do that. Okay, so where is it? Oh, there. There it is. I see now. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Holy shit. I love those little emoticons. Oh, dude. Those are cool. I am so easily, did you hear that, Vin? Easily entertained. And Vin is entertaining as well. Vin Z. And speaking of Vin Z, how long will it wait for? It's good? Oh, okay. Oh, hey, the bomb is gone. Well, cool. Lord Almighty. Well, you know, I did get that done. I got rid of the hum. I think this is a proper send-off for World Truth, don't you? Because we have, since its inception, World Truth has always been quirky and glitchy. And wow, I'm about as quirky and as glitchy as you can get. So there you go. Over here in the RLM, I see Asmo right there up top. Hey there, hi there, ho there, Asmo. I also see Barman closely following behind, trying to get that tip that Asmo promised him for that extra shot in the drink that he didn't charge him for. I see how you are, Asmo. I also see the lovely Beth Z is here. I know, Grimmy, people and their emojis. I love them. They're so, oh, I love that nurse. It's like, come here, big fella. Bend over and cough. Okay. I also, let's see, who else is here? I did say hi to the lovely Betsy. Hey there, woman. How are you doing? I also see Cowboy Tech is here, as well as, oh, my favorite heavy breather in the whole wide world. Hi, Darth Roams. Oh, God, that's so fun to do. I also see the lovely Grimner, who is so amazingly brilliant with this stuff that I look at it and go, fuck it. I have no clue, and I know if I push a button, I'm going to blow up some city over in Indonesia. So, oh, is that why, Vince? Thank you. God, I hadn't thought of that. So, and I was going to sing along, but I was hearing the song really well in my headphones, and I thought, oh, I don't know that they want to hear me sing along. Although I do it quite often with my grandchildren and stuff, but they don't care. They don't mind that Grammy sounds like a calf dying in a hailstorm. So, back to saying hey there, hi there. I also see the lovely Moose Girl, and she was supposed to go partying last weekend, but she didn't go partying apparently from the way the convo was going earlier today. I did enough partying for me for probably at least the next couple of weeks, and then my daughter will get married, and then I will really have done entirely too much partying and entirely too much dress wearing and heels wearing. And I was informed this last weekend that I will wear makeup. That's just cold. That's just cold. But I'll do it just for her. I will wear makeup. And I hate makeup. Oh, well. I had makeup on Saturday night, too, and it was really kind of, both of my girls were like, geez, Mom, you do know how to put makeup on. Yes, I do. I just don't like to. Okay, carrying on. I also see the lovely Moose Girl. Yes, hey there, hi there, lovely lady. And the lovely Kate is here, as well as IB Don C. And looky, Java Doctor 2, the new and improved version. Hey, do you have another bun that's popped out of the oven yet, sweetheart? Did the timer go off and the little one come? Inquiring minds time, because I've been extremely busy and I have not seen any little Java Dr. Bambino pictures yet, and damn it, I need my baby fix. It's just all there is to it. I all see behind a woodshed. Oh, sweetie, I love it when you talk that way. And and Bo Diddy is here. Yay, Bo Diddy! He is the owner, or co-owner, I should say, of Freedom's Network. He and Grimner have taken over the worldtruth.org domain name. So bless your hearts, darling, and stick around. I might have a few to sign over to you, because I do have a few more. I will keep one just for play and practice, but I'm not real sure how long I'm going to keep that one either. I need to learn. I have that, if nothing else, that is one thing that I have learned in this whole lovely experience of owning and operating, piss poorly, I might add, a website, is that I really need to understand what I've gotten myself into. I really do. Because, wow, although I love whom I relied on, and I still, they're wonderful, wonderful people. Even the ones that made me pull my hair out or go completely gray. They're wonderful people because they taught me lessons, and boy, did I learn some lessons. Okay, I also see, carrying on. I also see the lovely, well, I shouldn't say lovely, maybe I should say handsome and intelligent and absolutely wonderful and wise Gary L. is over here. And then there's me. Blather, 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 blather. Yeah, I'm that crazy woman, and yeah, I do it well. I also see Juana Taco over here. Oh, sweetie, that sounds lovely, but I've been running like a crazy person, and I had a corn dog. Actually, I had 2 corn dogs for supper this evening, because they were something I could do while I was running. So, yes, they did, Ben. I also see Oslo is here, as well as P. Bunyan, And Rob Works. Hey there, darling. Thanks for lighting that bowl for us all. I did a puff puff pass, in case you noticed, even if it was just cybernetic. Drat. And hey, Walter's here. Hey, sweetheart. It's kind of dark 30 for you, isn't it? I think maybe you'd. I hope you are reclined, and I hope I don't lull you to sleep, or if I do lull you to sleep, it's with a grin on your face. I hope, I hope. And to round out the crew, I also see the one, the only, the person that connects all kinds of voices, and half of them are running around in his own widow head. Mr. Vin Z of the multiple Vin Z, Vin E, Vin. You know, that almost sounds like one of those rice burners. Vin. Sweetie, you know, if I didn't pick on you, you'd think I was sick. And, well, you're so pickable. I just love you, darling. I truly do. Hey, I can pull off crazy and put it on just as well. So there you go. I can slap that stuff on like nobody's business. And everybody just looks at me like, she's crazy. Yeah, see? See? That's the look I was going for. Okay, I'm going to check out these little emoticons over here because they are just awake. Damn, you are like overachiever, got lots of... Oh, and a booty shake. Oh, I like to... I'm easily entertained. Yes, Vin. Oh, wow. I am going to have entirely too much fun with these. Yes, I am. Because, wow, there are... Thank you, Grim and Bo, for... Wow, I'm going to have fun. Yes, I am. Oh, hey, and it has the code so I can remember the code. Yeah. You know they say the memory's the first thing that goes, right? Right. Well, I don't remember. Hi, TD. I see you, sweetheart. I see you over on Freedom's Network. Woo-woo. Yes, sweetheart, I took care of what you asked me to do. So, parting is such sweet sorrow. And yet, looky, here we are, meeting up again at another pit stop on the cybernetic highway. Ain't it just awesome? There's so many pit stops out there, and I truly hope that people, you know, just if nothing else, if you just see that, hey, you know, I actually managed to run a pit stop on the cybernetic superhighway for a couple of years, and if I can do it, anyone can. So get out there and pull up your big boy tidy whities, your big girl britches, and give it a try, you know. And if you don't do very well, or if life just steps in and says, okay, you have entirely too much going on in your real world and you need to concentrate there for our spirit, that lives on forever, because actually we are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual creatures having a human experience. And sometimes that is just very, very hard. And sometimes it is absolutely amazing. And this evening is going to be one of those absolutely amazing and very, very hard all at the same time. But wouldn't miss it for the world, because I love y'all. I love y'all. And right now, what I'm doing, instead of looking up any news, and God knows there's been lots of it. There's been a Brussels sprouts terrorist attack, and I know, making light of something that happened, or I really haven't paid that close of attention because, well, you know, I've been busy. And not an excuse, just, okay, well, yeah, it is kind of, sort of. But I have been busy with work and other things. And what little I have seen, number one, if people died, I am truly, truly sorry for their families. They are free. They are no longer in this world. They are no longer suffering. They are free of the meat suit. They are free to roam the universe and do whatever they wish, look down at us and go tisk, tisk, tisk. You poor silly fools, and all it would take is just a little bit of love and a little bit of understanding and a whole hell of a lot of respect that you demand for yourself if you gave that to others as well. Damn, it wouldn't take a whole hell of a lot to straighten this shit up, would it? You know? But, wow, Shoutbox just went clear. Damn, Grim. The hell? Your Shoutbox just went over here on Freedom's Network. I was having a good time reading that. But in any case, where was I? I'm over here playing. Oh, well. Oh, yeah, I remember Brussels. Okay, number one, I really do. I really do feel very, very bad. Hi, Mary B. I see you over here too, sweetie. I feel very bad for the families. But what I think happened, regardless of what, and this is just my personal opinion, people were sacrificed on the altar of control and greed and bullshit. That's what was going on. And they are those, bless their hearts, those souls that were sacrificed, those bodies that are no longer with us, are just considered collateral damage to the tards that be. So it's like, wow, assholes. And it really doesn't matter if they will fix anything, at least not immediately, because it really is one of those things where everybody needs to step it up. Everybody. So, and getting everyone on the same page, because unfortunately, what a lot of people don't seem to understand is that on this beautiful little blue marble or pretty colored pancake floating around on the back of 3 elephants that are walking in circles on the back of a turtle, or whatever the hell you think this world is, there are people that are no longer here because someone else seems to think they have control over them. And that's wrong. And the sooner the rest of us step up and say, that's wrong, and then mean it, the sooner that will come to an end. But will it come to an end soon? I don't know. I would love to see it come to an end soon. But, okay. Oh, shit, and I didn't even wake up my Twitter. Oops. I'm playing over here on Freedom's Network because you guys got such way cool little emoticon thingies. And come on, post my update, okay? Post it already. Thank you. Let me see. Whee! Okay, I feel better. Now let me go and I'm gonna look over here on RLM on the Spreaker. Let me refresh it because I see that I'm playing. Oh hey! I got some listeners. Woo! And I got a comment. Yes, dear? Yes? Hey there, hi there, ho there, hon. Let me see. Who are you? Who's a talking to me? Come on. Let me see. I wanna see. It's not letting me see. Unless I'm just retarded. Okay, don't answer that. Where is it? Damn it. Okay. I see 2 plays. I see 1 like. I see 1 comment, but I can't see the freaking comment. What the hell? I see that you commented, sweetie, but I'm a tard. I'm a review. Actually, this weekend, I did start all of us singing "The Wheels on the Bus Go Round and Round, Round and Round, Round and Round." And yes, we did sing that on the shuttle bus on the way back to our hotel after carousing around like a bunch of crazy women in prom dresses, mind you, because yes, we were all, well, not necessarily prom dresses, but we were all, dressed to the nines, I should say, and having a good time. And apparently, the people of Wichita were having a damn good time watching us, because my youngest daughter was in a lovely dress, and she had a tiara on, and she had this great big fishbowl mug that said bride on it. And yeah, we terrorized downtown Wichita for several hours there. And actually, apparently, we upset the comedian at the Looney Bin. Let me tell you about that. Actually, we had such a wonderful time. Now, I'd shared a picture earlier over in RLM, and I put it over on World Truth as well. Oh, you seem to be. Oh, oops. That's okay. That's okay. It's all working. Um, okay, where was I at? Okay, bachelorette party. So we start the evening off with we had pizza, which oh my good Lord Almighty, these slices of pizza were like massive. And each one of us got one. Well, I ordered two because Brian was telling me that these are massive pieces of pizza, Mom. So. But I ordered two so that sometime later in the evening, because y'all know cold pizza after going out partying. Yeah. So I got another one just for that. Um, but Judas Priest, the box that the pizza came in, because there was 10 of us. Okay? And there was one box that just had two slices in it, and the other 8 slices, 8, 9, no, there was 10 slices in the other box. That thing took up almost the whole hatchback of my CX-7. I shit you not. It was massive. Good Lord. I mean, those pieces of pizza were, almost as big as a dinner plate. They were freaking huge. But in any case, so we chow down on that. Then we go to the Looney Bin, and we got to sit right up by the stage. Of course, this is because my youngest daughter, who is the bride-to-be, I have no idea where she gets it from, went and talked to the bouncer. And no, it wasn't the bouncer there. It was the guy that goes and seats you, whatever his title is. I don't know. But she had inquired if maybe we could sit right by the stage because, well, bachelorette party, and she's the bride-to-be. So they told us you can sit everywhere but these two seats here. So what did we do? We took up all the seats. But then, we scooched around. But we all of us lined up. There was 8 of us by this time. We all lined up in front of the stage. And the MC for the evening came out, and he was quite witty, quite funny. He was talking about how he'd quit drinking, which, yeah. In any case, he said that it's so nice to have solid poops. That was interesting. And what a way to start the show. And okay, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself because the Looney Bin has a signature drink. It's called the lobotomy. And I had shared a picture over on World Truth and also in the RLM chat of the lobotomy. And they were quite tasty. I nursed mine because I knew it was going to be a long night. And little did I know that I would have to help someone else drink theirs because here's the rest of the story. Okay, the warm-up comedian was actually very funny. He was hilarious. And the craziest thing about it was there was this gal that sat right behind us. I have never, ever, ever in my whole entire life ever heard a laugh like hers. It really is a good thing I went to the bathroom before the show started because I would have peed myself. I really would have. And I cannot even imitate the laugh. I mean, it was a long, drawn out, almost tortured snort with a weird clicking noise. I mean, it was just the strangest laugh ever. So if the comedian wasn't making us laugh, this gal that was laughing at the comedian right behind us was making us laugh. So, it was all good. It was all good. And we're having a really good time. And then the headliner comedian comes on. And mind you, the warm up comedian, he was bantering with us. We were bantering back with him. Everything was all peachy keen. He was asking her about getting married and giving us shit and everything. Well, then the headliner comedian, he gets up there and he starts doing his spiel. And he hears this goofy woman laughing behind us. And so he comes out with the microphone and does something, and she starts laughing. And so everybody can hear her really well, because I'm sure if you're in way back in the back of the club, you probably couldn't hear her very good. Oh my God. Oh my God. Craziest laugh ever. And then he gets back up on the stage and he starts harassing us because, we're kind of obvious. I mean, you see all of these gals in formal dress, and my youngest daughter, who is the bride-to-be, was calling her big sister the Hollywood Jaja mom, because she was very, very va-va-voom dressed up. And wow, she looked absolutely amazing. But of course she always does. She's gorgeous. Both my girls are gorgeous. And I'm not biased at all. In any case, we're sitting there and we're having a good time. He's bantering with us. We're bantering back with him. And, not getting out of line or anything. Well, then he gets one of these little ventriloquist dummies that looks like a baby. And he comes up and he singles out this one gal in our party. And he starts doing this and he was a pretty good ventriloquist. I couldn't tell his lips were moving. And I was right there. I could see. But, he started talking to her, and then he said that he wanted some milk and he wanted her to whip one of the girls out. And it was funny the first couple of times, but it lost its humor after about the 10th time. And when he started trying to get the rest of the crowd wound up and trying to get her to show one of the tatas, she did a very ever so discreet and yet not so discreet, almost like she was pushing her glasses up with the bird finger kind of thing, and just kind of rubbed the bridge of her nose. Well, we're all looking at her and laughing our butts off because that was hilarious, because she really was quite discreet about it. He got pissed. Next thing we know, here comes a bouncer. And he squats down behind my daughter, who is the bride-to-be, and he whispers to her that we better settle down and let the comedian finish his act. And it's like, what the hell? And I could tell she telegraphs her moods. I don't know where she gets that from either. I leaned over and I asked her what was going on, and she told me. And we all just kind of sat back in our chairs and crossed our arms across our chests and just watched the comedian. Nice and quiet and calm, behaving ourselves. And the room went quiet. About 5 more minutes into his act, and he finally went, wow. Bouncer comes up to talk to the prospective bride, and the room goes quiet. Nobody laughed. It stayed quiet. He got a couple of laughs towards the end of his act. And when he walked off stage, the clapping was not all that rambunctious. People were not happy. And I can't tell you how many people from the audience came up to us afterwards when we were standing outside waiting for the shuttle, saying, what the hell was going on? That was so rude, and telling us that they didn't understand why in the hell the bouncer came over, why the hell he was being a dickhead. But yeah, so needless to say, we had to take my daughter and we took her to a wine bar, which is not real good because, you don't want to mix your alcohols. But, in the interim, okay, I'd finished my lobotomy. And then I wound up having to finish half of her lobotomy because she was pissed. She wasn't going to drink anymore. At least not of that. She wanted out of that place. So, how do you have 1.5 lobotomies? I'm just curious. Does that mean that when you get that half lobotomy, they put half of it back? Because, wow, it was an evening. In any case, we go to the wine bar, and we're having fun. people are taking pictures of us all over the place. I have no idea why, but they were having a good time taking pictures of all of us crazy women. And then we go to another bar, and somebody, because I was wearing this dress that was rather flowy and rather gypsy like, and very kind of a gothic or Victorian or however you want to put it. And they were playing like a calypso kind of song. Now, I'm in heels, mind you, and I've had a couple of adult beverages. So I'm doing the swishy sashy kind of thing, and kind of doing the little flamenco dancing thing, because yeah, I mean, I used to be quite the dancer in my old age. And or in my younger days, maybe I should have said it that way. In any case, some guy comes up and grabs me and takes me out on the dance floor and starts doing this spinny, whippy, dippy, yeah. So, between that and one of the girls being so drunk that we had to carry her onto the bus, and then we had to tuck her into bed, and then had to tuck my daughter into bed. So yeah, it was, we had a good time, and I was not hungover the next day. I was up and showered by 8:30 because I had to drive home. Can't say that for the rest of the party. But it was a good time, had by all. I don't know why I shared all that with you, but I did, I guess, just because we partied, we had fun. There's pictures all over frickin' Facebook. And you know what? I see this. You guys are having growing pains already. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with growing pains. And you know what? Get the glitchies, catch them, and deal with them. And if you can't do a certain thing, then go, oops, sorry, Mox Nix, this don't work. Gotta get rid of it. You're still young. It's okay. I think what you guys have got going over there on FN, that FN page, I love that. Behind a, that was awesome of you, by the way. Yeah, y'all are doing awesome over there. Okay, I got to go check over here on Facebook again, because I had some people. I have, wow, over here on Facebook, I have Vincent and Mary B. And who else is over here? Lisa B. and my cousin Donna and Weta and Moosey and Jeanette. Hey, Jeanette. I have known Jeanette since I was 5 years old. 5 years old. Hi, sweetie. How are you doing? Okay. Now, I am going to actually try and do some news. I know. Shocker. Let me go. Wait a minute. I probably ought to go. I probably should oughta go to Twitter. Yeah, half hour in. Spaz. Okay. Top story. Bad Quaker Ben. Ooh. Holy crap, I got 8 notifications. What the hell? And the WT Wake. Okay. I got a wow. Wow. Y'all are all over this shit. Good for you. Good for you. Woo! I love it when people just step up and go, booyah. See? This is how it works. And, in case anybody's wondering, I am trying to be the comic relief. I mean, I know I can do serious stuff, and I can share metaphysical thoughts and plans and schemes. But when it comes to like knowing things, really knowing what you're talking about, that's what Hal is for. Hal knows his shit. And there's a lot of other people out there that know their shit. And I go and I listen to them, and I learn things from them. And then I incorporate that into my outlook on the world. And then I kind of spread the wealth, or how that incorporated into my mind. And that's pretty much what I do. I'm one of those examples of, see, if she can do it, anybody can. That's pretty much what I am. I'm just here to entertain the troops and to let you know that pull your head out. You can fix it. You just got to pull your head out. Like we all got to do from time to time. Okay. I got to retweet what Barman tweeted. Thank you ever so much, Barman, and Bo, and Behinda, and Vince, And wow, look at all these people over here. Damn. Okay, now I got to see. And there's that Brussels sprouts attack again. Damn it. That just really breaks my heart when shit like that goes on. Because you know somebody died. Somebody died. And all because some asshole went, oop, I'm obviously not getting power quick enough, so we got to kill a few. I mean, we got to have some collateral damage. That just really irks me to no end. We really have to stop that nonsense, people. Really, really. Okay. Hey there, lovely Pam. And thank you, Grimmy. Oh, and BB. I know BB isn't on right now, or I don't see him. BB has been a busy, busy bee lately, too. Bless his heart. And he's got his own show. The BB Breakfast Club. What is it? Blackbird's Breakfast Club? Is that what that is? In North Kakalaka? He's a sharp individual as well. So be sure to check. Although I'm going to tell you to listen to him, but then I'm going to tell you don't listen to him because he's on the same time I am, damn it. Oh, if you want to learn something, go listen to BB. If you want to laugh at some goofball on the radio, come on over. I'm not afraid to make a fool of myself because I do it quite well. Let's see. One thing after the other. Yes, y'all do great. And yes, Grim, it is a effing page. And yes, we are still young. Yes, you are, Cowboy. You don't be trying to fool me because you are young at heart, sweetheart. Oh, Vin says that he has a master in click, like, and share with an understudy and copy and paste. Damn, dude. You know, I'm still going to the School of Hard Knocks, and unfortunately, I don't know how it's Breakfast Club at night, Grimmy. He said he's kind of patterning it off of or when I chit-chatted with him quite a while back. Of course, you know, memory's first thing that goes, right? And well, he said he's patterning it after the Breakfast Club, a.k.a. the movie kind of thing. And, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Oh, hey, a menu. Oh, cool. Well, I would like, I want 2 pancakes and an egg over easy and at least 2 strips of bacon and hash browns and a big cup of coffee. Holy crap and holy. Wow, that was loud. Guess what I forgot to turn off? Yeah. How about I do that right now? Wee! That was really loud. I don't know if it was loud for you, but dang. It's still echoing in my head. Hi, Rusty. How are you doing, sweetheart? That's Rusty. Do you know, someone had told me this the other day, and I've been thinking about it. I don't know if it's actual fact or not, but is the English language the only language that doesn't have the rolling R's? Or at least of the major languages. We don't have any fun words that you have to roll your R's for. Damn. I think we're going to have to change that. I think we need to get the going. I'm just purring. It's okay. It's okay. Yes. What are you talking about? Oh, Judas. Vince, damn it, young man. You and me, we's gonna have a talk. 'Cause, wow, my mind just went somewhere that it really probably shouldn't have gone when I'm on the radio. Okay, never mind. I'm going to keep moving along. Where's my pocket? There's my pocket. Damn it all. Excuse me. Okay, I'm going to do this one. I saw this one over on Informed Planet, which I do. I like Jules, and I like that site. I'm still kind of sort of getting used to it. Um, Although I'm not really, that's not high on my priority list right now, because right now my priority list is I have a daughter getting married in 2 weeks, and I have a lot of shit that, although I wasn't supposed to have a lot of shit to do, now I have a lot of shit to do, which is okay. That's great. I don't mind. It's fun being involved. So, yeah, I will be doing popping in kind of things. But I saw this over on Informed Planet, and they really do have some very wonderful, very sharing, and some very obnoxious people over there. But they're loving, lovable, obnoxious people. Of course, I'm kind of weird. I do like obnoxious because I tend to be that way from time to time. But I saw this, and it's from Reset Me, or reset.me. It's a personal story. Um, I'm a scientist who is an atheist until DMT opened my heart. Now I know y'all's gonna like this shit. I know how y'all are. It's by Ashley Booth, and it was originally posted April 24th of 2014. As a little background, I am a scientist, and for most of my life, I have been an adamant atheist, because all of the Western religions I had come into contact with seemed antiquated and did not encourage critical thinking, which, by the way, is the intent. In the past few years, I had several opportunities to learn about Eastern spiritual traditions and immerse myself in different philosophies. I came to consider myself an agnostic because I had little data to prove one way or another. At one point, it felt arrogant to say that I could understand the mystery of the universe. I felt sure that none of the gods of the most common religions were out there, but I did not know what to think of it all. Then a year ago, or a year and a half ago, I was able to participate in a 5-MeO DMT ceremony. Now, it's like its more well-known cousin N or N-DMT, and it's made androgynously by all human bodies. Androgynously? Okay. By all human bodies, and is in many plants and animals. Some research has been done on it over the past decades, but the researchers that knew the power of this substance kept it quiet because up until 2011, it was not on the DEA's radar and was still legal. Then in 2011, its status was changed to Schedule 1, where the substances considered most dangerous are listed. Are we surprised? I'm not. The ceremony I participated in consisted of a circle of about 6 people, and after some intention setting, each of us was given the sacrament, one at a time, while the others held space for the individual. Our guide vaporized the compound in a tube of inert argon gas to prevent burning. And that was what the individual would then breathe in. And they would breathe in the 5-MeO-DMT. And it's made by the body naturally, and it is one of only a few chemicals that can directly cross the blood-brain barrier, so it takes effect within seconds. Now, see, I'm thinking this is something that I may have to just check out. Yeah. Can you imagine me? Woo-hoo! Wow, that could be interesting. In any case, when it was my turn, I sat in the center of everyone and consciously calmed my nerves. After breathing in the vapor, I laid back on the soft bed and my entire visual field dissolved into a white and yet rainbow fractal pattern. I lost track of my body and past and self, and I was just observing this beautiful whiteness. The music that was playing went into hi-fi and felt like it was echoing out into infinity. I then felt this loving, feminine consciousness look into my heart and saw that I had a question there, which was, is there a God? This consciousness said, yes. And all I could feel was this infinite love and compassion for how difficult it can be to be human. This love was so powerful, and it filled me and flew open my heart. I was then shown this golden sphere, and the consciousness communicated to me that it represented all of creation, and that all of it was a gift. I then returned to my body about 30 minutes later and was immediately back. I came out gripping my hands together, crying and saying, "Thank you. Thank you." I reached for my boyfriend and pulled him to me and said, "Don't be afraid, baby. There is a God. There is a God." Within 40 minutes, I had experienced a complete paradigm shift. Now I look at the world knowing that there is a loving consciousness at work behind it all. This is a difficult transition for my everyday ego mind to grasp. The past year and a half, I've been collecting tools to create a practice of remembering, and I'll probably spend the rest of my life with this practice. I've done several personal growth workshops and completed Kundalini Yoga teacher training in an effort to clear myself of any blocks so that I can be a channel for the love and compassion that I felt. My heart is now open in a way I have never felt before, and I feel like I am now fully human. This was by no means the magic bullet to all of my life's problems. I am still paradigm. I know, Graham, but I like it the other way. I am still human and prone to the pitfalls that make this life interesting. But now I face challenges with a big picture view that makes things more bearable. The downfall of language is that we can never truly convey an experience to another. Maybe this is by design, so that we have to have an experience firsthand to really know, to really grok. I now understand the difference between intellectually knowing something and then knowing something in a way that encompassed the core of who I am. It was more like a remembering than a learning. I know that there is a loving consciousness that is part of me. I don't think this is a faith, though, because faith means to believe something without having proof. I do have proof, as direct experience. Our modern world has created an economy selling the stories of others' experiences. Instead of traveling to far-off lands, we can watch others do it on TV. There is no substitution for direct experience because it goes beyond the mind. The fact that 5-MeO-DMT is considered one of the most dangerous substances in existence is a crime against humanity and one of the most blatant acts of war against the awakening of human consciousness and spirit. But it makes sense, because how would an economy run if its people were pacifists that were not driven by consumerism? The situation saddens me, but at the same time, I feel compassion for the people that are so fearful and asleep that they do not know what they do. I find hope and solace in knowing that the information about these substances cannot be extinguished. They are too powerful. The consciousness unlocked by psychedelics has a long view of time and it's patient. I feel an incredible responsibility to educate about and advocate for the useful use of psychedelics. I want to encourage all who read this to do their homework and to keep probing the edges. There is so much more to learn. I think that's an absolutely amazing testimonial. And I've done acid a couple of times. Hey, behind at least you got 2 cents to rub together. There you go. Although they're probably not worth a plug nickel. Dun 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 dun. I needed to drink there. I think that's absolutely amazing. And the couple of times that I've done acid, wow. First time was kind of freaky deaky because I didn't know, someone slipped it to me and I was kind of like, whoa, shit. And I had a critter come crawling off my calendar and it chased me out of the house and whew, that one wasn't cool. But the other 2 times that I tried it, it really was quite interesting, quite entertaining, and very, very informative and it wasn't necessarily the, at the time while I was going through it, informative kind of thing. It was more of a afterthought and remembering and letting those puzzle pieces come together. And it's like, wow, that was just totally trippy. Oh, is that your rock art, Vince? You do some you do you do some pretty interesting rock art, hun. Oh no, it's Mr. Bill. Some of that stuff looks like it should be from the Never-Ending Story. You know that, sweetie? Oh, it's okay. Did you get your stuff saved, sweetie? I hope you did. Everything that I've put on WT, I've got on one of my computers or my blogs. They're just words in the wind, you know? I mean, it was what I thought at the time, and every little moment that I go through, I am a completely different person. It may not be perceptible to others, but, every single moment, you're a different person. You step into a completely different moment, and moment by moment by moment, you grow, you evolve. It's the direction in which you grow and evolve that you have a choice over. Because some people really prefer to grow and evolve in a nasty and non-productive manner because that gets them attention. And some people are just so starved for attention, it seems, that they're willing to go to almost any lengths to get it. And some people, that means that they go to the lengths of causing direct harm to others just to get attention, to get their 15 minutes of fame. And that's sad. That is truly sad. But that is part of the world that we live in. They get us to try and get people to pay attention to us. I'm to the point now where, yeah, I like to have people listening to me on the radio. I absolutely love the banter thing. But I really think if I wasn't doing radio anymore, I would be just fine. I'd be puttering around in my yard and I would get plenty of attention from my puppies. Trust me, because every time I'm out there mowing, they're dropping the ball right in front of the mower. Because it's like, no, old woman, you got to stop because I want you to throw that ball. So, it's nice to have attention, but sometimes it's really nice to not have anyone underfoot. And I'm just learning that sometimes it really is nice to have your alone time and your alone space and just time to just breathe and just be. And maybe that's what people need to do. Maybe people need to find that breathe and be place. And that's also another discussion that I'd had at work with a couple of my coworkers, because these young men they really are very sharp. They really are. I mean, people say that, oh my Lord, the world's going to hell in a handbasket. And the young people of today, I tell you what, I know more very intelligent, brilliant, caring young people. And these guys started telling me, I think they make things for planned obsolescence. Do you remember back? And then they started talking about things that their grandparents had that are still working today. And yeah, so we got into a great big discussion. I mean, it was probably 45 minutes worth of discussion. Now, granted, in the interim, there was answering phones and dealing with customers and all that other fun stuff. But the discussion continued for quite some time. And it really was nice to see that these guys were pointing this stuff out to me. And then they'd go, oh, we already know you know this stuff. And it's like, hey, no, I'm enjoying you explaining it to me. Because to me, that just confirms that there are people out there that get it. There are an awful lot of people out there that get it. It's just that the mainstream media and YouTube shows you more of the people that don't. And so you start feeling like you're alone. You start feeling like nothing is going to change because there's so very few of us out there. I beg to differ. There's a lot of us out there. There's an awful lot of us. And it's a quiet revolution. It's a revolution of the mind. The mindset is changing. The thought process is changing. The values are changing. It's incremental, but it is happening. That movement is happening. And I think that's why they're stepping up the pace on a lot of this nonsense. And the ISIS is claiming credit for this or what have you. That's why the tards that be are stepping up the pace, because they can feel that undercurrent, and that undercurrent is getting stronger. All you have to do is open up your eyes and open up your ears and listen. Excuse me. That's probably one of my favorite things to do. I am such a people watcher and a people listener. And yeah, I do an awful lot of talking here. And I get paid to talk at work. I really do. I mean, when you're the receptionist and then you have to handle a lot of other things, I'm paid to talk. I'm good at it. But I'm also paid to listen. And I'm pretty good at that too. And I'm getting that pulse. I've out here in the heartland, there's a lot of people that get it. And when I was down in Wichita, and Wichita may not seem like a big city to a lot of you, but it's a freaking big ass city to me. And the crazy ass drivers and but even people down there get it. You can hear it. You can hear people as they're muttering when they're grocery shopping, when they're buying their gas for their cars, when they're going to restaurants, conversations at bars. You can hear it. It's out there. There really aren't that many stupid people out there, or not as many as you think. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that just flat ass don't know. Yeah, Grim, at least I'm paid for something. But it is kind of, yeah, it is changing. It is changing. I think the world is on the move. It's a current, it's an undercurrent. But you can be swept away by an undercurrent. You really can. And I think a lot of us, instead of trying to worry about riding the current that's on top or fighting the current that's on top, let's help grow that undercurrent. Get that bad boy really going. That would be cool. Because the young people are seeing it, they're learning it. And let me tell you, these guys I work with, they are not your go out and just buy frivolous shit kind of people. They use it and reuse it and reuse it and reuse it and rework it and all that other fun stuff. And yes, a lot of it is because of money, because money is tight for everybody anymore. And that was a discussion I'd had with our assistant general manager, because he said, oh, well, if he doesn't want to pay for that, then just sell him an extended contract. And I said, how much is the extended contract? Well, the extended contract is like $300 less than the part that he was bitching about having to replace on a 2-year-old vehicle. I think I would be telling him, excuse me. And I pretty much told our assistant manager that, you know what, insurance is the greatest snake oil salesman in the world. And it's mandatory. There are so many different insurances that are mandatory, and that's bullshit. How can they mandate that you purchase a product? How is that? Where do they, and why the hell do we fall for that shit? Why do we go along with that nonsense? You have to have this insurance and you have to have that insurance. And no, it can't just be the run of the mill bare bones minimum, because we said you have to have this insurance on the possibility. How many people pay insurance for years upon years upon years upon years and never make a claim, and then when they do make a claim, even if it's a small claim, their insurance skyrockets? How many people out there pay insurance for years and years and years and years and never make a claim? Never make a claim. And yet their insurance, just because someone else in another area that's, in the same geographic region as you, some town got hammered by hail, and so the whole freaking region's insurance goes up. It's a racket. It's extortion. It's bullshit. Every bit of it. And every bit of this nonsense with the Affordable Care Act, which just made care 10 times less affordable. And healthcare. Wow, what an oxymoron. Seriously? It is not healthcare. It is health management. And that does not mean that it's intended to get you well. It is intended to manage your health for the longest time possible so that they can get the most goody out of you. That's what it is. If you want true health care, go back to nature. Because Mother Nature has a medicine cabinet that kicks shit out of anything Big Pharma ever thought of coming up with. So there. Uh-oh, Larry's messaging me. I got to see this. Oh. Oh. Larry said that bread I emailed him yesterday was yummy. I took a picture of the Amish friendship bread that I made and emailed it to him. Because didn't realize that yeast was that good. Whee! Yeah. And I didn't have time this evening to bake any. So, yeah, the batch that I'm going to be baking tomorrow, instead of making 4 loaves, we'll probably make 5 or 6 because it's really like overachieving and growing. And so, yeah, I'll probably make like 2 or 3 loaves tomorrow. And then Thursday, I'll just bake up the rest of it. So it's like, oh, shit. And yeah, I texted my daughter and I said, how many loaves of this do you want for your wedding? Because she has a lot of friends that have never tried Amish friendship bread. And it really is truly amazing stuff. Let me look in my pocket because I think I have saved the recipe to make the starter and to also make the bread. It's excellent stuff. But she's got a lot of friends that have never had it before. And she remembers me making it, which, once you get a starter and you get it going, cripes, I was making Amish friendship bread all through the winter. Well, now it's end of baking season and I'm making Amish friendship bread. So I have a funny feeling that after this next batch, I'm going to bake up the starter too, because I know how to make starter. Darn it. I don't have it saved, it doesn't look like. Well, I'll just have to get you guys a recipe because this stuff, it really is yummy. It really, really is. And I have 6 loaves in my freezer right now, and I'm going to have probably at least 4 more loaves after tomorrow. And when I asked her how many she wanted, she said, oh, 4 or 5. Don't overdo. And I said, sweetie, I already have 6 in the freezer. And I took a loaf to work and I took a loaf over to some friends. So, she said, oh, cripes, bring as much as you want. So, yeah, I'm bringing. I'll be packing and feeding people. Because bless her heart, she's definitely, what is that? What? Yeah, Moosey, it is absolutely amazing stuff. Does anyone know someone that can lend a hand for a really super person, please? If you don't know who is this? Uh, ah. Needs to have the black part on the sides extended. Ooh. I don't know how to do that. Okay. Let me come back over here. Yeah, I found the starter recipe actually on oh yeah, okay. I'm finally catching up over here. And yeah, behind true. It's disease management. Disease management, health management. Either way, they're sucking you dry and watching you die. So, Moosey, you know how you make a starter? You get a packet of yeast, and I don't remember if it's a fourth of a cup or a half a cup of warm water, and you put your yeast in the warm water and you let it start, doing its yeasty thing. Then you take a cup of flour, a cup of sugar, and a cup of milk. And you mix all those together and then you stir the yeast in and there's your starter. The next day, do it in a plastic or glass bowl. Never use metal utensils. Always use plastic or wooden spoons for the stirring process. And I actually use my Pyrex bakeware as well. I have lots and lots of the Corning Pyrex bread pans. So actually, I think I've got 8 of those. And I've needed them. But yeah, every day you just give it a stir. Do not cover it tightly. Throw, like those flour sack dish towels. Just throw that over the bowl. And every day, just stir it. Give it a stir. And you don't have to stir it a lot. Just kind of mix it up a little bit because it kind of forms a little harder layer across the top. It's not a crust, but it's a harder layer, and you need to break that up. That's the stirring process. Break that up, and that lets the yeast get more air. And then on the 5th day, you add a cup of milk, a cup of flour, a cup of sugar. And then you can bake it in metal pans, hon, but you can't make it in a metal bowl. You have to either have a plastic or a glass bowl for actually making and growing your starter. You can bake it in metal pans though. I don't because I have corning. I love my corning. I've had it for 20 some odd years and I absolutely love that stuff. Um, okay, fifth day, add a cuppa. And then the sixth day, seventh day, eighth day, ninth day, you do the stir every day. And on the 10th day, um, yes, it is behind her. On the 10th day, you give it a stir. Then you add a cup of milk, cup of flour, cup of sugar. And then you divide it out in 1 cup increments. Yay, Moosey! Okay, and those 1 cup increments, you take 1 cup increment and you set it aside either in a plastic or a glass bowl, and that is your starter for the next batch. And then a really easy way for sharing starters is to get you some 1 gallon Ziploc baggies. Don't get chintzy, get the good ones because it will leak. But you put a cup, you can get, depending on how good your yeast is, how much it grows and everything, you can get a minimum of 3 starters to share. And you just put a cup of starter in a gallon Ziploc baggie, zip it shut, and if you share it with someone, then just tell them as soon as they get it, they need to put it in a plastic bowl. They can leave it in that Ziploc bag, and that actually makes things a little bit easier. But they can leave it in that 1 gallon Ziploc bag and just add their cup of sugar, cup of flour, cup of milk. When it comes time, the gallon bag will be able to hold it all. But you need to crack that gallon bag about halfway. Put it in a bowl and just crack the zipper about halfway so you can get that airflow in there. But you should be able to get at least 3 starters to share off of that. And then what's left, you should have between a cup and a cup and a half of the batter that's left. So there you go. That's what you get to make your Amish friendship bread. And that will make a minimum of 2 loaves. So the bestest part is because you have to, and see the metal pans, that's why it really doesn't matter, because you butter the pans really good, and then you take some cinnamon and some sugar and you mix it all together really good, and then you shake that around inside the pans so that you got all of the pans coated with that butter and cinnamon sugar. And then you put your batter in. So, of course, there's a whole recipe for that whole fun stuff. But I'll find those recipes and share them with you after the show. But, oh, my God, it is wonderful. Oh, and pudding mix. You got to use pudding mix, too. So, now that I've given you cooking tips, I feel like Julia Childs. Woohoo! Although I'm not 6 feet tall. Okay, wow, talk about tangent time. I went off on one. But yeah, Amish French, it really is very easy, Moosey. The starter part is very easy. And you can use that starter for all kinds of things. You don't just have to make Amish friendship bread with it. That's the wonderful thing about that starter. You can make all kinds of fun stuff with it. There's lots of recipes out there on the internet for it. Well, hello, La Pearl. How are you doing? Ah, cool. And Vins, I see you're sharing all kinds of way cool stuff. Grimner Ping, Grimner Ping. Let me see what this is. Oh, sweet. That is awesome. I know. I have to be logged in to continue. Bite me. Okay. I'll have to check that later. It won't let me. Whatever. Because that's on Firefox, and I'm not logged in on that on Firefox. And I don't have my password saved over there because I don't save my passwords. So I have to type them in all the time, which is good for my memory and yet not so good because I have stutter fingers when I do that. So, okay, sometimes life can be difficult. Okay, let me see what else. Crap, I got two Facebooks going now. What the hell? Where am I at? Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm seeing the shout box over on that FN page. And yes, I am enjoying it, cowboy. Yes, I am. Um Although, really, I mean, even when I'm down in the dumps and life just flat ass kicks sand in my face, there are times when it's like, okay, yeah, I needed to be sandblasted, woke my ass up. Thank you very much. I got a wee bit of a boo boo, but I will deal with it. I will get over it. Uh oh. Error. 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 I hate when that happens. Oh, wow. You know what? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go all the way down to the very beginning of my pocket. And I'm going to see what some of the first things were that I saved. What the hell? Damn, it goes a long ways. I need to clean out my pocket. I really need to. Oh, hey! Survival bread in a Dutch oven. Cool! See? Who is Kevin McDonald? I have all kinds of cool shit down here. Okay. Oh, that's who that is. Okay, never mind. That was someone I was going to read up on. Never mind. Let me. Okay. I'm going to keep scrolling because I want to find the very beginning of my pocket, the very, very bottom, and see if there's any lint in there. Probably. Wow. Damn, it goes on forever. I have a bottomless pocket. I have a custom Stein for RLM. I'm going to have to order one of those. I don't know why. It's just a thing to do, I think. Um, oh, hey. That's kind of cool. Have I done this one? I don't know. It's from the Stoner Cookbook. It's from August of last year. See? When you scroll through your pocket, when you try and get to the very bottom, you find all kinds of really cool, interesting things. What? Damn. I got a long way to go to get to the bottom of a pocket. I'm still not there. uh Oh, really, Grim? How cool. I need to get one of those. I have a couple of really big coffee cups that cuz I do like the bigger coffee cups. Although they're adult sippy cups because well, I'm coordinated, not um Judas Priest, where in the hell is the bottom? I see some of these and I think, damn, I really should have um, deleted these after I covered them, but I didn't. And wow, I'm gonna have to clean my pocket out this weekend. We're supposed to get snow this weekend again. It got up to 83 degrees out here today, and tomorrow we're expecting snow. I'm not kidding you. This is freaking Western Kansas. This is the kind of shit we have. We have weird ass weather. And don't tell me global warming, climate change, all this other bullshit nonsense stuff. Um, As long as I've been living, we have had freakish weather this time of year because that's just the way the weather rolls out here. It's just freaky. And that's why you have to be a special kind of crazy to like to live out here. Because, you know, we're rebels. We live on the edge of the world. Okay, it's not the edge of the world, but you can see it from here. It's about 50 miles down the road. Good Lord, I still haven't gotten to the bottom. Jesus, Palomino. What the hell? Oh, wait, there was an asshole. Wait, okay. I got to get this other one. Do I need more cannabis in my life? Oh, yeah. I know, Moosey. Isn't it crazy? Frickin' weather. Okay. This is from the stonerscookbook.com. You know, it's just this time of year, isn't it, Moosey? It just gets freaking weird because it's like winter is going out and spring is coming in, and winter is going, fuck you, I'm not done. And spring is going, get the hell out of my road because I want to grow shit. And winter's going, bite me. I'm going to freeze your nips and your nibs and your nubs. I mean, I can just see it. It's kind of like a family reunion. Oh, wow. Okay, 5 ways to argue cannabis legalization without sounding like a hippie. I want to sound like a hippie because I am one. In recent years, cannabis legislation has been easier to argue. Its prevalence means that the population can't immediately dismiss you when you bring up reform. Prior to this, it was common enough that the only people having this debate were hippies. Prior to this, it was common. Okay. Who loved smoking marijuana, but maybe couldn't construct useful arguments or didn't see the potential of legalization past being able to smoke without stigma. I don't like the whole legalization. All that. Why in the hell is there any kind of fucking legislation about a weed? You know, that was one of those things we were talking about at bowling last night. We talk about all kinds of shit. But one of the gals was saying that her mom had talked about how she'd never smoked pot, but she'd smoked this stuff, you know, whatever. And we were laughing, and I said, yeah, my dad used to give me the same story, because we would ask him, so how long have you been smoking? Well, since yada, yada, yada. And so where'd you get your tobacco? Well, we would get tobacco here, but if we ran out of tobacco, we'd just smoke ditchweed. And so we would start giggling, because we knew what ditchweed was. And we'd go, Dad smoked pot. Dude. Of course, you know, this was 18 years and older that we were doing this because, yeah, you didn't discuss that shit before then because Dad could backhand you. In any case, you know, we started giving Dad shit about smoking pot. And he said, I did not smoke pot. I never smoked pot. I smoked ditchweed. There's a difference. Okay, Dad, if it comforts you to think that way. Whatever. You're right. We know what you're smoking. You can't blow smoke up our asses. We know. Why? Because we found it in the same place. What the hell? I have a web end, front end, something or other, gateway timeout error on that FN page. On that FN page. In any case, while I'm trying to refresh that, I'm going to go back to, and it could be because I got links over it open everywhere. Back to this. Excuse me. I don't like legalization. I don't like decriminalization. I think they need to get the fuck out of the road. Leave it the hell alone. It's a goddamn plant. Okay? And the good Lord put it here for a reason. Everything is here for a reason. Some of you assholes, the only reason you're here is as an example of what you don't want to be when you grow up. But hey, you have a reason to be here. So there. It doesn't mean I have to like it. In any case, back to the story. However, as states continue to legalize, the benefits become more obvious. And even politicians are jumping on board. Ya think? Here are 5 of the best points of cannabis reform to help you in your next argument. I think one of the major reasons why it's still illegal is because it cuts in the drug cartel's profit. I mean, if you legalize it, then their profit margin just got cut in half. And then if you just completely decriminalize any kind of drug, yeah, I mean, you've already decriminalized and pretty much put a rubber stamp of approval from the FDA on all kinds of drugs that kill people right and left. How many frickin' prescription drugs kill more people than any of the illegal drugs? And I'm not talking, the gang war violence that has come out of the war on drugs. How's that working out for you? I'm talking just by people using illegal, quote unquote, drugs in a recreational manner. Compare the numbers of deaths of that to the number of deaths to rubber stamped, FDA approved drugs. I think you'll probably find that the rubber stamped ones have killed a lot more people than the other ones. Not that I think it's a good thing that either one of them is killing people, because really, seriously, the recreational use, a lot of that has to do with education. And it has to do with the fucking society that we're in, that people seem to think that they need to get completely blitzed out of their mind to just fucking deal with the bullshit of the world. And then you have people that all they have to do is go to a shrink or a head rapist, a mind fucker. They go to one of them and they'll write them all kinds of psychotropic drugs that will, you're stressed, you're depressed, you're feeling suicidal. Here, let me write you a prescription for 3 or 4 more things that just might increase your tendency to want to off yourself. But it's okay. If you have that urge, call me in the morning. Really? Okay, back to this. Number 1, have you thought about the money? Yes, I have thought about the money, and that's part of the reason why I don't do a hell of a lot, because I don't have a whole hell of a lot of recreational cash. Just saying. Right now, states without medical or recreational legislation see 0 benefits from the $1 million industry. In the first year of legalization in Colorado, the industry brought in 53 million million dollars, which has been funneled into schools and educational programs. Note how they say funneled. Now, you know what funnels are, right? They start out really big on the top, but at the very bottom, they're really very skinny. Yeah, that's what they mean by funneling. Because there's always somebody else that's getting a piece of that pie as it's going down that funnel. Yeah. So where it's actually intended to go, it's only just a trickle. Oh, my baby girl's online. Now, granted, this is just one state. Excuse me. But imagine the money that California could produce if they only changed policy. With an 18.6 trillion with a T dollar debt. Is that really? Oh, excuse me, that's the nation. That's not California. Although I wouldn't doubt it with California. With an $18.6 trillion debt, which, yeah, digits on a screen. The fact that any industry in America, legal or not, is not paying its, oh wait, here we go, not paying its fair share to pay down the national debt is unfair. Okay, you just lost me with that last little bit right there. You're not paying your fair share. You know how many people I would just absolutely love to drop kick through the goalposts of life every time I hear that bullshit? And you know what's really funny? Now that World Truth is coming, it's going to be going bye-bye. I have a little something to say to a few people. I'm not going to name names except for the one that is the target, Mr. Flash. I know Mr. Flash can be argumentative. I know he can be obnoxious as hell. But you know what? He speaks his mind. He doesn't lie to you. He calls it like he sees it, and you gotta fucking respect that. You don't have to like it, but you gotta respect it. Okay? That's number 1. Number 2, the main reason people have a butt pucker over Flash is because he got out. He's not in the rat race. Sure, Circles works. But you know what? So does he. He does shit. I've seen some of the things that he's done for people and bartered it. He does not work for dollars. He barters. But people are pissed as hell because he's not living in the United States and paying his fucking fair share of the national debt. What the fuck is the fair share of the national debt? This just totally pisses me off. And, you know, if I'm going to go out there, may as well go out with a bang. Although I will be on the radio tomorrow night, it just won't be on World Truth. It'll be on RLM. I hope. I hope you guys will still let me play. But I got to get this off my chest because it just really pisses me off. Every one of you butt munches that get pissed as hell because he moved out of the country. He's a tax dodger. Fuck you. What? Are you jealous because he's not paying taxes? Are you jealous that while he was living here, he was living by barter? He worked his way across the country. He earned everything that he got. He just didn't have to pay money for it. He got around the system. He worked outside the system. Is that what butt puckered you so much? And does it butt pucker you even more because he actually knows what the hell he was doing? Does it piss you off even worse and that's why you absolutely detest him? And then go after his beautiful wife who is one of the most kind and loving people you will ever meet on this planet, one of the most giving people you will ever have the honor of meeting, and yet you go after her like a bunch of savage beasts. Shame on you. Shame on every goddamn one of you. They're happy. They are living their life and they are happy. They are not hurting anyone else, and yet people seem to think that they are these diabolical, evil people just because they have a different worldview, just because they don't play by your system. They don't believe they have to live by your rules, and they don't. They don't. And you know what? I think the other thing that really pisses you off is, especially with Flash, he really doesn't give a shit that you don't like him. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care that you are all pissed as hell. He actually thinks a lot of you are quite funny. You're really very entertaining for him. He's got kind of a sick and warped sense of humor like that, and God bless his heart, I love him for it. Because a lot of times I sit back and I have people tell me, you going to do something about that? Do something about what? Flash. Oh, really? What did he do this time? And then I go and I check out the feed and I see the whole feed. And I think, why am I supposed to do something about Flash? All he's doing is laughing at the assholes that started it. You people don't realize he's pulling your chain. And you know why he's pulling your chain? Because he can. Because you set yourself up and you let him. Go ahead and be pissed at him all you want. Go ahead and spread bullshit about him all you want. You're going to do it anyway, whether I tell you to do it or not. You have been doing it. But God damn it, it pisses me off. Just the same. To see you trash talk him just because you're a bunch of petty, jealous assholes. That pisses me off, and that's what's wrong with the world. A big part of it, in my estimation, is there's so many people out there that are petty, jealous assholes because someone else has figured out how to live without being chained to the system. And that pisses you off. Well, fuck you. Be pissed. And this pissed me off when it says not paying your fair share. Bite me. Bite me. Not paying your fair share of extortion money? Kiss my ass. Okay, get happy again, Grammy. Whew. Number two, do you know what percentage of the population is behind bars? A pretty big percentage. And I know there's going to be an awful lot of people that are going to say, but they're just behind bars for a pot bust. No. That's what it got copped down to. Yes, there is a pretty good percentage. Like, to me, anything over 1% is a pretty good sized percentage of people that are in jail for just possessing pot. They weren't intending to sell. They weren't intending to do anything except for use it for their own recreational purposes. And yet they're in jail. That's bullshit. So I think anything over 1%, anything over 0.01% is too goddamn many that are in jail for that. But people also need to realize that there are an awful lot of them where some of the crimes that they did were a lot more violent in nature, but they happened to have pot in their possession, and they also had a lazy district attorney and a very good defense attorney, or even just a competent defense attorney, and they just wanted to ching them through the system. Because, you know, the more that you put in that privately owned prison system, the more money they generate for the system. So, yeah, there are an awful lot of people in prison right now because of the drug offense. And on the other side of that whole, because they copped a plea down to possession, or possession with intent to sell because it was more than an ounce or whatever the hell. You know what? You eliminate that out of the books. You take that off of the crime ledger completely, and then they will have to cop down to something more apt or more appropriate to the crime that they actually committed. Okay? So they will have to plead down to something that is still being imprisoned for a violent crime. So you eliminate a lot of bullshit, a lot of clutter, a lot of superfluous nonsense in the system. But no, we can't do that, because you know them damn stoners, those bad people that just sit around and want to eat their Doritos and watch something stupid on Netflix and pass out. Yeah, them stoners. They're bad people, don't you know? Okay, this says that since legalization in Denver, there's been a 10.1% drop in overall crime and 5.2% drop in violent crime. See? Because people are not so apt to be violent. People are not so apt to go to the bottle because, yeah, this weekend, saw some of that. Alcohol will make you violent a hell of a lot faster than pot will. Yes, it will. I know a lot more mean drunks than I do stoners. A lot more. And usually the mean stoners, once they get a couple of tokes in them, they ain't so mean anymore. Can't say that for the drunks. Just saying. So while there are other reasons that this could be occurring, it is not to be overlooked. Police in Denver are now able to focus their attention on more serious crimes, bada bing, bada boom, with larger budget. Ha ha! Before legalization, Colorado spent $60 million a year enforcing cannabis prohibition. After legalization, that number dropped to $20 million for management of new laws. Oh, well, you know, once you legalize one, well, we can't have that void there. Got to create something else to fill it. Number 3, yes, we're actually trying to keep kids safe. Bullshit, it's for the children. Really? I gotta see. Somebody said something over here. Mustard is dangerous. Yes, mustard can be dangerous. And yes, dandelions have gotten a bad rap as well. And yes, Flash is a very, very lucky mofo to not live here. Oh. I'm catching up over here on the chit chat. Because, yeah, I kind of went on a rant. And yes, Moosey, haters are going to hate. And it really doesn't make a shit bit of difference what you do. They're going to, some people are just going to develop an instant dislike to someone. And I understand that. I get gut reactions. That's why I was having a discussion with my brother David over the weekend, the one FUD that shows up in the chat occasionally. And I told him there is just something about Cruz that my gut just turns. Trump, I've never liked. And to me, it's bullshit. I mean, Trump is just an arrogant ass. I have never, ever liked Trump because he's an obvious asshole. Don't have to like assholes. But he's serving a purpose. Right now, he's the clown. He's going to be shot out of a cannon sooner or later. But there's something about Cruz that just doesn't sit right. You know, and all these people are going, well, if not Trump, then Cruz. How about not either one of them? How about I make decisions for my life and fuck the other guys? Let them take care of their own lives. You know, if they're so damn good at running lives, why isn't their life just absolutely peachy keen, nifty neato? And I'm thinking people that live in glass houses and throwing stones kind of thing, you know, why don't they leave me they can all just leave me alone until they get their messes straightened out. Clean up your own backyard. I'll take care of mine, you tend to yours. And yeah, shitlery. Shitlery. It's all a show. Welcome to the show. And in this corner and behind door number 3. Yeah. I don't want no one to take me to their leader, because if that person seems to think they need a leader, I ain't gonna hang with them. Just saying. I don't need a leader. I need someone who's willing to work with me. I don't want someone that I have to fucking follow around, because usually if I gotta follow them around, that means I'm gonna have to clean up after them. Ain't gonna go there. Okay. For the children. Buying weed from a traditional pot dealer is far easier than a regulated market. Really? Wow. Drug dealers rarely care if you're over 21 or should be smoking at all. A regulated market allows for cannabis professionals to check government-issued identification. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you! I'm not liking this Stoner's Cookbook thing, but I'm going to go all the way through it, even if I say fuck you 20 more times. Wow. You know, what to me, that whole little bit right there, that is people abdicating the responsibility as a parent to teach their children well. You know, Simon and Garfunkel thing. Was that Simon and Garfunkel? Or was that Crosby, Stills, Nash? I don't know. It's one of those guys. The government should not be involved. Period. End of discussion. There should not be any government-issued licenses. There shouldn't be any government-issued identification. Bullshit, period. End of discussion. Just like you should not have to go to the government and ask permission. Please, sir, please, may I have your permission to marry this fine man? Fuck you. I'll live with them or I won't. It's none of your goddamn business. I think marriage licenses are bullshit. I think all of that stuff. I think everyone now, when it comes to driving, this is where I have a little bit of an issue. Because other people's lives are definitely at stake when you let someone that has not been trained behind the wheel. Because everyone knows the most dangerous part of any motor vehicle is the nut holding the wheel. So I think there needs to be some kind of training, whether that's in school, some kind of school situation, whether you pay to get get that kind of training, what have you. But I think definitely for operating a motor vehicle, Although I don't want to say motor vehicle because then that puts it as that makes it like it's something that is actually governable. To operate a car on the highway, I think you should have some kind of training. I think you should know what the hell. And you need to learn some fucking rules of the road. And you need to understand there are other people out there besides you. And just because you want to drive 90 fucking miles an hour doesn't mean the rest of traffic wants to step aside so that you can bob and weave and drive like an asshole at 90 miles an hour. Trust me, dealt with one of those this weekend too, coming back. Because, 5-hour road trip, both ways. So, yeah. Idiots and assholes. Everyone on the highway. Everyone except for me is an idiot and an asshole. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Okay, jeopardized by selling to a minor. Bite me. Bite me. People, teach your children and enforce the rules you have in your home. My house, my rules. Till you are out and on your own and paying your own way, making your own way, however you wish to put that. My house, my rules. That works for me. You know, and if children are big enough to where they think that they can start making some of the rules, fine. Step up on that responsibility too. Okay. If you like fine wine, okay, you like fine wine, I like fine buds. Okay, I cannot argue with that right there. I cannot argue with that one wee bit, because yeah. I do not like wine. I'll just leave it at that. The quality of cannabis has hugely improved in the last century and will continue to get better and better because, well, people know how to cross-pollinate. Let's put it that way. Dispensaries can select the best product for their stores along with the accurate CBD and THC rating for each plant. A regulated market, once again, here we go, regulated market. Why do you need a fucking regulated market? You do not need a regulated market. All you need is word of mouth. Word of mouth will make or break. Trust me, I work with the general public. Word of mouth will make or break. You have a bad product, you will go out of business or you will get a better product. That's the way it works. And the awesome part of being a grower is they come and they take your best. Okay, they may be taking your best, but your second best ain't half bad. Damn. I hate when that happens. I think Bobby's going to get into that shit. I'm running close to the end of my time. Okay, and number 5. Didn't you say you hated your boss? See, be your own boss. Grow your own. 10,000 jobs in marijuana-related industries exist in Colorado State last year. That's an estimated 10% increase calculated for every month since. Wow! And what they don't tell you, the hidden numbers, and although it's poison, but you know, my pusher comes around once a year, and it's really, really, wow, it's really, really hard to say no. I can stay clean for almost a year till my pusher shows up. And them damn Girl Scout cookies get me. And have you heard about the Girl Scout girls that set up shop outside a dispensary? Oh, sure, you have to stay outside of a certain parameter, but still, set up shop outside a dispensary. You will sell out. Bada bing, bada boom. Yes, it's poison, but damn. That's my pusher. I only got one box this year. I was really proud of myself. They were the lemon sandwich cookies. Okay. Apparently, there's a high demand, pun intended, for cannabis jobs within the legal market, so perhaps states should consider letting citizens work in a desired and legal industry. You know, once again, I'm thinking barter. I'm also laughing about, I think it was an article I did last week about Nebraska and Oklahoma were all butt puckery and pissed as hell because Colorado's generating all this revenue and people are coming back to their states kind of happy. They're not speeding. Bet your sweet ass they ain't speeding because they don't want to get caught with pot. Besides the fact that they probably smoked a doob or two At least hit a puff or two before they cross that state line. I smell pot in your vehicle. Really? Because I have some potted plants right there. See, there's a begonia. Oh, okay. Oh, goodness. There you go. Should not drive when angry. That's a good. There you go. Although I need to sit down. I need to pull off when I get angry with them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, where are you moving in, Moosey? You want to move in out here? I have a whole basement. Well, I don't have a whole basement, but there's a bedroom in the basement, and there's lots of books there. I'd put you up, girlfriend. I got 5 acres. We grow a bodacious, hellacious garden, and I have a tree row, and we could grow some recreational in the tree row. Although I did hear some mutterings and some stirrings that my state legislation is working on a legislation. We'll just leave it at that because it's just mutterings and stirrings that I've heard. So until I see some real concrete evidence to the fact, I'm not going to start doing cartwheels just yet. But if I can do cartwheels, you can bet your sweet bippy I'm gonna. Okay, I'm going to share this cannabis. It started out so good, and then it really pissed me off. Uh-oh. Bye, Bo Diddy. See you, love you, bye, darling. I better put this over on World Truth while I still can, because, hey, it's still there. It has not forwarded me to that other place yet. That effing place. I'm really going to enjoy saying that a lot. That effing page. Oh, goodness. And I'm really going to... Okay. I'm so glad you got the lovely little emoticons over there so I can really have a good time. Although I have to learn a whole bunch of new ones. But that's okay. That's okay. Oh. Hey there. Hi, Free. How are you doing, sweetheart? I hope you're not missing it. And yes, it has been absolutely wonderful and a blessing to meet you too, darling. And that's one thing, now that I'm done with that article and ranting and screaming and hollering, I really do want to tell you all, this has been an experience. It has been a wild, wild roller coaster ride for this crazy old lady that just flat ass could not. I mean, number one, I had invested quite a bit of money in keeping the site open while Aunt had it, and I just couldn't let go. I just couldn't. I had gotten so attached. And World Truth really, really helped me. It helped me pull up my big girl panties. It made me step out of my comfort zone. It made me see a lot of things in the world and in myself. And wow, oh wow, what a ride. What a ride. I have met and found some of the most amazing and beautiful souls that the memories will last as long as my memory lasts. Y'all are absolutely awesome. And I think before my eyes start leaking, I probably ought to just tell you, have a good time, guys. The night is still young, but don't worry about it. I'll shut off the lights. Have an awesome rest of your evening. I will be back tomorrow night